Let's talk about the signs of jealousy. Sign 1, they can't be happy for your success. Ever had someone close to you act weird when something good happens to you? Maybe you get a promotion, a new relationship, or even just a small win, but instead of celebrating with you, they pull back, stop calling, act distant, or even avoid you. That's jealousy creeping in, and it's toxic. Freud said jealousy often comes from people's insecurities. When someone can't handle your success, it's not about you, it's about their own feelings of not being good enough. Your success makes them feel small. They don't want to see you move forward because it reminds them of what they haven't done. So don't take it personally. Real friends will cheer for you, lift you up, and won't make you feel like your success is a problem. If they can't be happy for you, that's a sign to protect your peace and keep your distance. Sign 2. They disguise jealousy as advice. There's always that one person who seems to have advice for everything you do. No matter what decision you make, they're there with a better way of doing things. They act like they're just looking out for you, but deep down, it's something else. They're not offering advice, they're throwing rocks and hiding their hand. This kind of person doesn't celebrate your wins. They try to make you doubt yourself, often disguising their jealousy as helpful suggestions. It's a subtle form of control. Instead of supporting you, they're trying to make you feel like you're not good enough, even when things are going right for you. A real friend won't make you feel small like that. If someone's always telling you what you're doing wrong but never celebrating when you get it right, that's a red flag. It's jealousy hiding behind advice. Sign 3, they talk behind your back. This one's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Someone who smiles in your face but talks about you behind your back. Yep, that's jealousy in action. They gossip, spread rumors, and try to tear you down when you're not around. Sigmund Freud believed that people project their own feelings of inadequacy onto others. When someone can't stand seeing you succeed, they'll try to pull you down to make themselves feel better. They'll say things about you that aren't true, all because they're jealous of what you have or what you've accomplished. A strong, secure person doesn't need to tear others down. If someone is talking behind your back, they're not your friend. Jealous people do this because they don't have the guts to say it to your face. Sign 4. They try to compete with you in everything. Ever notice how some people just can't seem to let you live? You buy something new and next thing you know, they've got the same thing but fancier. You go to a new place and they have to one-up you. It's like you can't even breathe without them trying to compete. Freud would say this is all about insecurity. They can't stand that you're ahead, so they try to keep up by mimicking your moves, not to get better for themselves, but just to outshine you. It's not about self-improvement for them, it's about making sure you don't stay ahead. When you win, they lose in their mind. They'll try to make your wins feel smaller or act like they're competing with you. The truth is they're not living their own life. They're too busy watching yours. Sign 5. They make everything about them. A common sign of jealousy is when someone constantly hijacks conversations to make them about their own life. You might be sharing something significant, like a personal accomplishment or a tough situation, but instead of listening or celebrating your news, they twist the conversation back to themselves. They may say things like, "Oh, I had that happen too," or "I did that even better." It's as if they can't stand not being the focus. This behavior comes from a place of insecurity and a need for validation. They want to be the center of attention. If they can't be, they make sure you don't get to share your successes without putting the spotlight back on them. This is a classic sign of jealousy. Sign 6. They belittle your achievements. Another sign of jealousy is when someone belittles your successes. You may have worked hard to achieve something important, but instead of congratulating you, they make dismissive comments. For instance, they may say, "It's not that big of a deal," or "Anyone could have done that." They're minimizing your success because they don't want to admit that they might be envious of your progress. This behavior is often rooted in deep insecurity. The more successful you are, the more it highlights their own perceived failures. To avoid feeling inferior, they belittle your accomplishments to maintain their own sense of worth. Sign 7. They find ways to downplay your success. Related to belittling achievements, someone may actively try to downplay your success. Let's say you get a promotion or accomplish something significant. Instead of offering congratulations, they may respond with something like, "Oh, that's nice, but I'm sure it wasn't that difficult." This downplays the effort you put into your success and can make you feel like your hard work doesn't matter. Jealousy here is working as a defense mechanism. The other person feels threatened by your success, so they try to make it seem less impressive. This tactic protects their own fragile ego by convincing themselves that your achievements aren't as worthy as they seem. Sign 8. They make you feel guilty for your success. When you succeed, someone who's jealous may try to make you feel guilty for it. They might say things like, "Must be nice to be so lucky," or "I wish I had your opportunities." The goal is to make you feel bad for your success, almost like it's a bad thing to have achieved what you've worked for. This is another tactic rooted in insecurity and resentment. They might feel like they haven't achieved what they want, and are trying to shift the focus back to their own unmet desires. By making you feel guilty, they can suppress their jealousy without directly confronting it. Sign 9. They try to compete with you. One of the most obvious signs of jealousy is constant competition. No matter what you do, a jealous person will find a way to compare themselves to you. You buy a new car, they get an even bigger one. You go on vacation, they go somewhere more expensive or exotic. They're always trying to outdo you. This competition isn't about supporting you, it's about one-upping you. Freud might say that this stems from an intense desire for superiority and a fear of being inferior. When someone is constantly trying to outdo you, they're not just competing for fun. They're competing out of fear of losing their status or feeling left behind. Sign 10. They try to isolate you from others. A jealous person might try to isolate you from others in your life. They may make negative comments about your friends, family, or co-workers, hoping that you'll distance yourself from them. This is an attempt to control your social circle and make sure they remain the most important person in your life. If they can isolate you, they feel like they have more influence over your actions and emotions. This behavior is toxic and manipulative and often stems from deep insecurity and possessiveness. They may not want anyone else to get too close to you because it threatens their sense of control and validation. Sign 11. They try to undermine your confidence. Another subtle sign of jealousy is when someone works to undermine your confidence. This could come in the form of sarcastic remarks, subtle criticisms, or passive-aggressive comments that make you second-guess yourself. These actions aren't about constructive feedback. They're meant to shake your confidence, leaving you uncertain of your own abilities. When someone feels threatened by your confidence, they might attempt to tear you down to make themselves feel better. They may downplay your strengths or point out your weaknesses, all in an effort to make themselves seem superior. Sign 12. They celebrate your failures. While it's natural to expect support from friends and peers when things go wrong, someone who's jealous might take pleasure in your failures. If you slip up or face setbacks, they may not offer a helping hand. Instead, they may smile or act as though your failure was something they anticipated. This behavior comes from their deep desire to feel better about their own circumstances by seeing you struggle. It's a toxic way of getting even in their eyes, as they may feel like your failure somehow levels the playing field. Sign 13. They avoid complimenting you. Jealous people often have trouble giving genuine compliments. They may avoid recognizing your achievements altogether, or give backhanded compliments that don't feel sincere. If someone is reluctant to celebrate your victories or offer praise, it could be because your success threatens their own sense of self-worth. It's important to recognize that withholding compliments doesn't reflect poorly on you. It's a sign of their internal struggle and an inability to acknowledge anyone else's success without feeling diminished. Sign 14. They disrespect your boundaries. A jealous person may disregard your boundaries, whether personal or professional. If they feel threatened by you or your success, they may push you in ways that make you uncomfortable. Whether it's invading your space, demanding your attention when you need time for yourself, or trying to control your choices. This behavior comes from a place of wanting to assert dominance or superiority over you. They believe that by crossing your boundaries, they can regain a sense of control over you, especially if they feel like they're losing ground. Now that you can spot the signs of jealousy, here are 5 ways to handle it with confidence and protect your peace. Don't apologize for your success. You've worked hard to achieve your goals, and you deserve every win. Don't let anyone make you feel like you shouldn't be proud of your accomplishments. Success isn't a competition, and there's room for everyone to succeed. Guard your peace and energy. Protect your peace by not allowing jealousy to affect you. It's not your job to fix others' insecurities or make them feel better. Keep your focus on your own path, and don't let distractions derail your growth. Understand the source of jealousy. Jealousy isn't always malicious. It comes from someone else's struggle with their self-worth. While it's hard to see those we care about acting jealous, you can't let their emotions influence your progress. Protect yourself from toxicity. Jealousy can lead to manipulation, broken friendships, or negativity. Not everyone who smiles at you has your best interests at heart. Be careful about who you let close, and know that not everyone who appears to be a friend truly has your back. Keep moving forward. At the end of the day, your success belongs to you. No one can take that away. Keep working hard, stay focused on your goals, and rise above the negativity. Your journey is about you, your growth, and your legacy, not the approval of others. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video and take care of yourself.